Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing the Digimon Story Time Stranger DLC and whether or not I think it's worth it. If you want a full review going over the various aspects of the game, I will leave a link to my full game review in the description. Today is more so going to be talking about the different versions of the game that you could buy, the pre-order bonuses, some of the extra purchasable content, and my thoughts on all of it. That being said, make sure to sit back, relax, subscribe for more monster taming videos, and let's dive in. Okay, so for starters, there are multiple pieces of DLC content, and let me just remind you, if you haven't seen my review already, I'm not a big fan of DLC that's available right when the game drops. I will say, without the DLC, Digimon Story Time Stranger is definitely a full game worthy of your time. However, I'm not a big fan of this practice. This isn't something solely exclusive to Digimon either. Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince had a similar situation. The new Pokemon game's already announced its DLC, etc. Anyways, there are several pieces of extra content that you can purchase, including the base version of the game, the deluxe version, the ultimate version. There's an extra dungeon pack for grinding, an anime soundtrack, and there were even pre-order bonuses that will likely come in the future as either paid extra content or a free DLC. We aren't exactly sure yet. Now, the deluxe version of the game comes with it access to the Season Pass DLC, which you can buy by itself if you'd like, which will bring forth 3 major story updates, each of which containing 5 new Mega Digimon for a total of 15 extra Digimon minimum that will be added to the game over time. These updates will be rolled out by September 2026 at the latest, and I can't really comment on whether or not they're worth it since they're not out yet, but I will provide a follow-up to this video at a later date. You'll also be given access to a Cyber Sleuth costume set, which is cosmetic, but also comes with it a side quest that has a really neat cameo, which I think is really cool. If you've gotten the Season Pass, which again comes with the deluxe version, you'll also get access to the farm item called the Golden Moi, which essentially just doesn't do anything. It's just a cosmetic item for the farm. The Ultimate Edition is where there is a ton of stuff though. There's a bunch of different costume sets, all of which come with various side quests. None of them are like insane or anything. If you don't participate in these side quests, you're not really missing out, but they are noteworthy nonetheless. You'll also receive a starter pack of items that basically just make the game a bit easier, just like medicinal items and stuff like that. Speaking of the game being easier, if you get the ultimate version of the game, you'll get access to a special Agumon and Gabumon who can evolve into their respective bond evolutions really early on, and honestly, they're like way too OP. For my playthrough, I just boxed them because they were just insane. They're both Mega Plus level Digimon, which can be obtained through regular play, though they will require you having a full list of completed agent skills for Bonds of Valor for Agumon and Bonds of Amicability for Gabumon. There are also 3 special items that come with the Ultimate Edition as well. They're all USBs, one of which increases yen, the other increases drops, and the last increases experience points. These act as equipment for your Digimon. You're also going to get the Cyber Sleuth sound pack, which basically lets you replace various tracks within the game to the Cyber Sleuth ones based on your preferences. Now, if I'm being honest, while this is cool, I would have really liked to see them add some like remixed versions of the tracks in the sort of Digimon Story Time Stranger style, if that makes sense. Sort of like when Pokemon does remakes and they kind of make more modern versions of their past themes. I think that'd be pretty cool if you could have like the option of having both. Now, there is actually more paid content outside of the Ultimate Edition, which is also something I'm not a big fan of either. I feel like if you're going to buy the Ultimate Edition of a game, it should come with everything, but you can also purchase a 3 DLC dungeon pack, which consists of grinding areas for money, materials, and experience points. The money farming one in particular is really powerful, allowing for you to get like 1,000,000 yen per minute if you're max level, probably even more if you're optimal, and even the EXP dungeon gives you a ton of courage points really quickly as well. If you're someone that plans on doing a lot of challenge runs or are planning on completing the field guide or just want to put a ton of hours into the game, I think this probably might be something you want to pick up just because it makes things quicker. There's also an anime song pack that you can buy separately as well. Much like the Cyber Sleuth pack, it contains a bunch of music that you can use to replace your in-game soundtrack to your liking. There are a bunch of themes from various Digimon anime, including Adventure, Tamers, Frontier, and more. These are only the Japanese versions, but are full soundtracks. I would have honestly loved to see them add a music pack for the English dub, because I would be blasting like the Hey Digimon song in like every battle. And even though I wasn't a big fan of Digimon Frontier when I was a kid, the theme song just goes so hard. Again, much like the previous, I do think this should have been included. I'm not sure if the reason it's extra has anything to do with like royalties to the original bands that made these songs, but that's something to keep in mind. Finally, and arguably the most enticing piece of DLC content are the pre-order bonuses, which these actually add a lot to the game. It will give you Black Agumon and Black Gabumon, whose entire lines are basically exclusive to these rookie stage Digimon, like Black War Greymon and Omnimon's War. This will also allow you to get more Black Agumon and Black Gabumon, as they'll be unlocked through the Kuramon line. You also get some school outfit cosmetics, a few extra consumable items, and a couple equipment attachments. The latter two are not exclusive, you just get them early. Now, what do I think about all this? Like I stated at the beginning of the video, I'm not a big fan of this stuff already costing us extra on launch, because back in the day, even alternative costumes for whatever game you were playing were usually just like things that you unlocked in the game, and even the cool outfits were like behind some sort of challenge instead of a paywall. The in-game cosmetics for Digimon Story Time Stranger that aren't part of these DLC packs are kind of lame in comparison. The game is already full price, and mind you, is a full experience if you don't buy the DLC, and I 100% stand behind that. That being said, the various DLCs in the game are actually pretty good. If you enjoyed Digimon Story Time Stranger and never purchased the extras, I'm not going to sit here and say that the small side quests locked behind some cosmetics are revolutionary, but they are fun, especially the Cyber Sleuth one, and do add some extra world building to the game. The extra music packs are nice, but I do wish that they were more than just ported over songs, and would have loved to see some remixed versions of themes. And hell, they could have even included some music from Digimon World Next Order. That would have been really cool too. I'll put the US prices on screen so you can see it does get a little pricey, especially if you factor in the DLC dungeons, which are about $8 extra, as well as the anime soundtrack. So yeah. The pre-order bonuses are really where the game gets a lot of cool stuff. Now, the season pass is going to come out in 3 different waves, each containing 5 trainable mega level Digimon, as they stated. Now, this could just be 5 mega Digimon that are added to already established lines. However, there is a chance we might actually get more than 5, because you'll notice they marketed Gabumon and Agumon Black as 2 trainable Digimon, but we ended up with a bunch of Digimon that evolved from them. Even if it is only 5 mega Digimon 3 times over, that's still 15 new Digimon, all of which will have their own unique animations, special move animations, victory animations, and more. There is also going to be story content with this as well, but we don't know to what extent. So while I can't say for sure if the season pass is going to be worth it, I can definitely say that the other aspects of the DLC are worth it if you really enjoyed Time Stranger and want to just get as much content out of it as possible. That being said, guys, let me know down below if you have purchased the Deluxe, Ultimate, Outer Dungeons, or Anime Pack DLCs, and whether or not you got the pre-orders, and was it worth it to you? Again, expect that follow-up video reviewing all of the DLCs when they come out. I might do like mini reviews for each one as they drop, depending on how lengthy they are. And I'm also working on a video that's going to be sort of speculative, talking about what we could expect to see with these DLCs in terms of more game features and how the story might play out and stuff like that. So make sure to stay tuned for all of that, and thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.